HP Basketball, Matt Moore at the Action Network has got a what we call in the industry the slop roundup.
Yes.
The trade slop that is out there, because that's what it is. There's so much, like, I don't think people truly understand how much quote unquote discussions take place, which is why I don't report 99% of what I hear.
Right, because most of what you hear is also not going to
It
happen.
doesn't end up happening.
Yeah.
Like, but you know what discussions are happening, and kind of like when you hear a pick like trade like 4 months later, like, oh yeah, it's like they were talking about that months ago, and that's how most of the stuff happens. Now every now and then it's like it comes up out of nowhere. The Avdia trade, like, that's from seeds planted at the trade deadline. Like, that's where that stuff comes from.
Yeah.
So,
well, and Schmitz has apparently liked Avdia for a long time.
yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can draw the lines very quickly as far as like how this stuff goes. But as it pertains to particular news, notes, and rumors around the Portland Trailblazers, Matt had a couple things, and this matches everything that I've heard, in that the Blazers are open for business to an extent. He says the Blazers, Portland expected to field offers for Robert Williams despite his injury history, and Ayton despite his Ayton history. Grant is thought to be available, but the price is high. Portland is not actively trying to move his contract. There's been this weird thing over Jerami Grant's contract. And Jeff, we've been doing this show for 2 years, and when Jerami Grant signed his contract, I said then,
Yeah.
very bluntly, his contract will look totally fine in the next TV deal.
Yep.
Everybody chill.
Yep.
Did I not say that?
You did.
Okay. I had I had people in general pushing back that I've ever said that. And I was like, I was the one saying that, and people were calling me a shill for saying that. What do you mean? No. Jerami Grant's contract is totally fine. And now I have said that Jerami Grant, while not a part of the future, is not somebody the Portland Trailblazers are actively trying to move. To be blunt, JG is stone cold chilling.
Yeah.
He is totally happy here.
Yeah.
He's got his kid. He's in a good place. He mentally, emotionally, physically, he likes it here. He's happy here. He's not over there like, Joe, trade me now. Trade me now. If a deal comes along that makes sense for the Portland Trailblazers,
they'll do it.
They'll do it.
Yeah.
But they're not just going to go give Jerami away for S's and G's.
Right.
Like, that's where they're at with this. And everyone's like, they have to trade Jerami. No, they don't. They're totally fine.
Yeah.
And if they do trade him, it's because they found a deal that they like.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with this. It's been so weird. Like, the whole, like, Jerami must go. And I'm like, it's entirely. It's
not one of those deals where we have to move one of the guards. We have to move one of the centers.
No. Now, does it get a little clunkier? Not necessarily clunkier, but a little more cluttered with the addition of Avdia? Yeah. Yeah, it does. I think as of right now, my preferred starting lineup would be Anthony, Shea, Denny, Jerami, DA.
Okay.
I would say that there is not a good chance, but there is a real chance for the first time since he has been here that Anthony could be traded. And I think you saw the signs of that with Joe Cronin last night mentioning the Scoot Shaden kind of like timeline continuum.
Yes.
In no uncertain terms.
Right.
So if that's the case, okay, then you've got Scoot, Shea, Denny, Jerami, DA. Okay. The players that are blocking development paths in that regard are Jerami and DA.
Yes.
I don't think Donovan Clingan, and Joe Cronin, I think, said as much last night, is going to play 35 minutes a night. He's probably going to play 18 to 20 minutes a night.
Right.
He's never really played a real heavy minutes load because it's going to take him a while to probably work his way up to that level of light conditioning. The NBA rookie wall is a real thing, particularly for 7'3", 300-pound humans.
Exactly. Well, so now when it comes to Ayton versus Williams, it seems like Williams might be the more obvious choice to move because of the injury history.
Yes. And I think so too. So I have heard that Time Lord's out there.
Yeah.
And
because he's already penciled in basically as your backup 5 anyway.
He can play some 4 and some 5.
Yeah.
I think,
okay.
I mean, but yes, I think that's the reality. If he was healthy, he would be that guy. But the other one that's kind of, quote unquote blocked here is Tumani. The way I look at it now is like, now you've got a wing rotation. Your wing rotation is Denny, Jerami, Tumani, Jabari. And Ryan Rupert is the odd man out because he's the 19-year-old that's developing.
Right.
You go. The reason he didn't spend a ton of time in the incubator last year with the G League is because they were so injured.
Yes.
Otherwise, he had to be on the rolled ankle alert, which meant he was a rolled ankle away from like being in the active like rotation lineup.
Right.
So,
well, that was going to be my next question, which was going to be of the guys that maybe you saw come and pop last year, some of the younger guys when we were in injury situations like your Tumani and Rupert and some of the younger guys, Chris Murray. How much of that role that they played last year on what we're hoping to be was a thinner team than this year? How much will we be relying on those guys in the future, specifically starting this season?
And I think that's the interesting part of this, in that I wonder what the Blazers' plans are with Jabari, because I think they're going to have to make a decision between Jabari and Chris Murray.
That was another one.
Yep. As of right now, I think Jabari's ahead of Chris to an extent, if you're talking about playing purely the 4, but also Avdia's rebounding allows them to have another rebounder on the floor, which is what kind of Jabari was doing out there. So does that make, I don't want to say it makes him expendable, but I think that makes him a guy that they could consider moving, because Avdia is a plus rebounder at his position. As multiple people have texted into the Vancouver 4 text line, 503-864-6326. Avdia led the Wizards in rebounding last year.
At 7?
Well, I mean, Gafford got traded, so.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, then.
So by default,
yeah,
but still,
so an asterisk, but still.
But 7 boards a game is a 6'9" wing it's really good. It's a really good number, and I think it's a good problem to have. And that those kind of opportunities that kind of pop up and shape how the roster is going to go.